Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We have an absolutely beautiful day today. Take a little 360 for you. It is gorgeous today. It is also quite chilly. And we are out and about early in the morning with the girl, giving her a little walk. So, had night one with the boys last night. How are you today? How did you sleep last night? How was your day yesterday? What challenges did you face? And how did you overcome them? Are you still dealing with them today? Could be. There's no shame in that. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Oh, we're gonna cross. There's people up here. Oh, I guess they are also getting ready to cross. At any rate, oh, this little starburst going through my face, huh? So, I slept pretty well. Come on, miss. Good morning. Bird. Can we catch the bird? Oh, he got a little frightened. We got a good couple seconds of him though. There's just nature all over the place out here. Last night, at my sister's, now she's out. I say she's out in the boonies. She's out in the desert. We live in the desert, but she's out in the desert. And it was probably 11:30 at night. And Loki, her shepherd, started barking like crazy outside. Come on, girl. You were out for an exercise walk. So I don't know if there was an animal out there or what. I closed the gate, so I don't think anybody was on the property. But maybe another animal. And he wasn't having anything to do about that. So I got out of bed. Nothing in the immediate backyard. Maybe somewhere on the property. I don't know. But that immediate backyard, everything was safe. So I told him, thank you for protecting us. Another bit of nature. Look at the bunny. He's a cutie. Looking for something to eat. So I understand they eat what falls off of this tree. Had we left that tree in our yard, we would have one hell of a mess. Bunnies. As is, we have bunnies in our backyard. Not sure what they eat. I do try and keep the weeds pulled. And the grass is fake. So I'm not quite sure. But maybe they know. Obviously they know. What was I saying? Oh, so last night at my sister's, something got Loki's attention. And he was making sure that I knew there was something that wasn't right for him. So I did get up and go and check it out, and I didn't see anything. So I got him back in and told them, let's go to bed. And they missed their mama. They did not want to come and sleep with me. They slept by the door. They had interest in me at about 5:30 in the morning, 4:45 in the morning initially. And then again, about 5:30 in the morning, they came in and they were whimpering and staring at me, and ultimately they wanted food. So I got up and got going about 5:30 this morning. I was going to work out this morning, but without someone there to corral them, they were all over me. So I got in 15 minutes on the elliptical and none of the weights. Missy told me to take this week off anyway, but I was trying not to. But them puppies, they wanted to be all over me when I was trying to do the weights, and the weights are challenging enough without the doggies. So, oh, little guy hasn't got much. There's a bird over here. He doesn't have much. See, he doesn't gain much height. I guess he makes it to where he needs to go, but I wonder if he's got a little issue. All kinds of nature out this morning. Kinds of animals. So, what challenges did you have yesterday? Did I have challenges yesterday? I don't think so. I don't think I had any challenges yesterday, which was nice. It's good. I'm not going to complain. My tailbone sacrum area slightly better, so that is good. Didn't wake me up in the middle of the night, so I'm either getting used to it or it's getting better, one of the two. And let's see, my sister had a leftover salad in the refrigerator, so I ate that. It was very good. We have a place here called Mod Pizza, M-O-D. It's kind of like Blaze in South Florida. They do salads and pizzas. And she had gotten both salad and pizza. And she left me her leftovers because she knows she has nothing to eat in the house. She does that intentionally. I shouldn't say nothing to eat. She's a very strict, healthy eater. So she doesn't have any of the snacky stuff. And I'm kind of a snacky person. She did have some dried mango. That was good. I did have that. You can hear all the birds. Oh, look at all the... So yes, we're in the desert. With plenty of cactus. We also have these tall evergreens. This one's really tall. Dun, 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 dun. And then, I'm going to zoom in here, this pine tree. And look at all the pine cones up there. Lots of them. And it smells right where I'm standing, kind of like a little forest. And then right across the way, we've got cactus. It's very interesting here. And I say that because, having never been to the desert, I have this preconceived notion of what it's all about. And although, yes, that is there too, my preconceived notion, there's so much more. It's really quite varied and very interesting. And that is probably something that varies by area, because I'm southeast Arizona. So it's very much cooler here too. Like there is a 20-degree difference between here and Phoenix. And so often people hear about the extreme temperatures and, you know, like 120 degrees. It never gets 120 degrees here. Well, it hasn't since I've been here, or since Jeff's been here, or in the 5 years my sister's been here. You know, it may get to 100, gets 100 in South Florida too. We don't have the humidity it's the dry heat. But there is something to it, that whole dry heat thing. But, you know, we all have preconceived notions about pretty much everything, right? And where do they come from? Sometimes our experiences, sometimes they are ingrained in us from our parents. But it's really important and sometimes hard to do to drop those preconceived notions. Call them your biases. My sister and I were talking about that yesterday. How we all have biases. We all see something and maybe just associate it with something else. And that's okay. That's perfectly normal and natural. However, when we are in the middle of finding ourselves to be doing that, maybe just stop. Good morning. Maybe just stop and take a look inside and say, oh, where's that coming from? Why do I feel that way? Is that true? Does that fit this situation, this scenario? Because chances are it doesn't. It might, but it doesn't always have to be that way. And we need to keep a little bit more of an open mind. And that doesn't mean don't listen to your spidey senses. Okay. Always trust your gut. But do a quick check too. Because sometimes our initial thought is brought on by that thing that's been ingrained in us, right? Whatever that belief is. We say the word always a lot. And is it really always? I mean, that's something you have to think of. Oh, he or she always does this. Do they? Do they always do that? No, none of us always do anything. So maybe drop the always. Could be, oh, here we go again. I can't believe this is happening again. Can't believe they did this or said that again. But it's not an always thing. So, something to think about. Right? Whatever our biases are. Little Miss is stopping. So we shall stop around front, girl. Perfect. So, what time do I have? Oh, doing good with time. Loved on Missy's dogs this morning when I woke up. Got them fed. I was going to take them for a walk, but they're such pullers, I didn't want to take that risk with my back. So, because we're just getting to a point where we're starting to feel better. And in 2 weeks, yes, 2 weeks, we have our big event at the studio. And I have 2 classes to teach, one of which is the kids class. And that is a very active class. So I need to make sure that I am going to be able to get through that. And there's a lot of jumping and rolling around and stuff like that. So I need to make sure that I can do that. And what else can I tell you this morning? Probably about it. So we kind of got into that whole thing about preconceived notions, biases, whatever you'd like to call them, and maybe just catching ourselves in it, going inside. Ooh, where's that coming from? Is that true? Is that true in this situation? And it doesn't always take a lot of time. People think that, oh, I'm going to sit here and ponder life for hours. No, usually happens pretty quick. When you find that you're doing something and you want to check yourself, it can happen really quickly. And then just kind of find out, is that Does that really apply to this situation in this moment? Probably find out it doesn't. It might, but chances are that not every single situation is the same. So we just like to try to give people, situations, that sort of thing, give them a chance. Some people do change. Some people don't. Right? I'm not saying we always keep the lesson, because we want to see that coming. We want to be able to move to the side so we don't get hit with it again. But, give people the room to make the changes they're trying to make. You don't have to be directly involved in their change. You can observe it. You can decide if you want to be involved. You don't have to. Absolutely not. There could have been some damage done, and you decide right then and there, no more, not going to have anything to do with this. But you can observe, you can watch and see if somebody changes. Doesn't mean that you have to be involved. But we can give them the space to make the changes. My dad used to say, give them enough rope to hang themselves. And they do. If they don't, they don't. Sounds a little grim, doesn't it? But, always the generation. But let them go. See what they do. Look how pretty this tree is. A plumeria tree. Look how pretty. That one's all in the pinks. Might not be plumerias. I don't know. I am not the plant person. I know a few of you are, though. So feel free to sound off and let me know. Alrighty. We are getting back toward the house. So I want to go ahead and end this here. Say goodbye. I hope you have an amazing day, and that you drink your water, wear your sunscreen, get some rest, be kind to yourself. Do be kind to yourself. We haven't forgotten about that. And maybe just next time you find yourself thinking somebody always does something, or anytime you find yourself using always, is it really? Ask yourself that. But I want you to have an amazing day. I hope that you have an amazing day. Of course, I want for you to, but I really hope for you to have an amazing day. And we will talk soon.